and then they're just still barfing. I don't really like that. But you hit the AI, like Rises Men, for example, you kick them, and they don't even take a step back. And unlimited ammo is a major problem for that. Like, I know it's not bad and everything. Like, Rises Men could probably take a kick, but if you're doing stuff like that, sometimes they don't even flinch. And also, like, even that, see? Like, just being able to do that. And also, I'd like it, so it's not really that, it's more of like a... It's more like of a... More of... It's kind of hard to explain, but you could kind of, you know, break a zombie's leg, and then you could hear a crack in it, or you would see like bones stick out of their body or something, instead of like, oh my gosh, instead of having their body actually being bruised with a giant hole in it. Like, I think that's cool with katanas and all that, but really it's not really my favorite with all that other stuff. Like, it's kind of cool, but it kind of annoys me a little bit. And not being able to, like, see a bone stick out of their body or anything, it just doesn't make it feel right. I like it when it does stuff like that, because it just makes it seem like 100,000 times better. And I know Techland is capable of this, because I know they can do it. And also, that's the major problem also. The stuff breaking and you falling, like attracting zombies. I don't like that idea. I think it's cool and all, but it just doesn't seem realistic. Like, I think it's neat and all that, but just not realistic. And also, for what the heck? For zombie AI, I'd like it so it was like more improved, because if they're in the safe house, they don't attack you. Like, I think they should attack you, and then you should automatically just have your weapon out when a zombie is nearby, even if they're in a safe zone. And people inside a safe zone don't really kill anything, which I don't really like, because if you're sitting in a safe zone and then there's a zombie chasing right after you, you're about to die. The people look at it and they're like, yo, you can make it. And they see you with a broken leg and you're just running with a broken leg, and then they don't do anything. Like, they have weapons and everything, and I don't like it how they just sit there. And the zombie attacking is kind of not really fixed. It's just buggy. Let's say Rises Men are attacking a zombie. What's more likely to win? Rises Men, right? I don't know why, but Rises Men always wins. I'm not sure if this is like a bug in the system, but regular civilians you try to save aren't really good. And Rises Men are drunk and everything, so if anything, I think should actually kill them. Like, just kind of not right. And also, the shop trading system, like,
special deal for
this, I'm not really a big fan of it. Like, it's pretty cool and all that, but buying system, it's just a little bit off. Like, when you
won't find better
sell
stuff
it to them,
anywhere
it should say buy back. But if you don't sell it, if they like leave it for a while, then it should be in their shop if it's a weapon. And then after a while, it will be more expensive and it will be the same price to buy it back instead of having to pay more to buy it back. And also, I'd like it if like the zombies had improved AI, so like you could throw a knife at them, and then if they had it in their hand per se, you could like see the zombie grab you, and then the knife could like stick into you. It's kind of like a weird thing to think of, but then you could have bleeding damage on you. And also, when zombies go after stuff, like firecrackers in the night, I'm not a big fan of that either. Because when you throw a firecracker in the night, yeah, of course zombies go after it. Yeah, they're of course, but they don't sprint after it. Like, it's not right. I don't really like the idea. And also, being able to have, let's say, zombie mode that would actually let you, like, I don't know, kill NPCs, perhaps be the zombie, or like add a thing that you can control the zombie, just a little Easter egg thing. For example, like you can be the zombie and be the zombie mode, which I think is neat and all, but I want to take it further than that. I want to have an Easter egg in the game where it shows you how to be the zombie, and then within that zombie mode, you become a regular zombie. It could be an Easter egg or something, like a hidden Easter egg. Like, you become any zombie, and then it's like you being transformed or something, or it's like you being tested
With Zara's
on, or
research,
it's like
Dr. Camden might actually
showing
have a chance
what
to develop a
happens.
cure.
Because I don't really think that there's something that explains what happens clearly enough to me. I want something that explains it in zombie mode. Like, it's kind of hard to understand, but also, I'd like it if you could have, like, needles in the game, and then you could throw needles at something, or, like, you could attach needles to your weapon instead of having to use nails, because it's just a lot cooler. And also, the damage system, I don't really like that either. Like, it's not really the best. And also the like, see that's like unlimited ammo right there. Like, this is when it came out. And like I said, I'm not trying to like criticize your guys' work or anything. I love your work. And I just think that the zombies need improving. For third, I think the weapons slash damage systems needs improving. Because if you have a knife, you're stabbing them, it's not really like cool. I think it needs to be a little bit more improved. Like, you stab them and all, but then it's like a starting knife and it doesn't do much damage. But if you're using a knife in like my head, real life, you're gonna bleed out. Like,
This looks pretty comfortable.
that's what I want. Like, if you could stab someone with a knife or something and they got bleeding damage, like I said, I just love that. And also, like, it's kind of hard to think of, but there's like things I actually want in the game, and it's like hard to think of. But if if you guys could put in the improved weapons and everything, like if you shot a zombie in the leg, I wouldn't just want it to like fall down or anything. I'd want it to actually legitimately sit there and then slowly bleed out or die. That's like my opinion. So it's just but also more blueprints. Like if you could have a blueprint where it's like an explosive knife, just like Dead Island, that'd be perfect. You could just go around and throw an explosive knife at a zombie. Like all you would need is the stuff and a knife, but it's an explosive knife. Who wouldn't love that? And like, and all this, I like this and all, but I kind of think it needs a little bit more work. And 4, I mean. 4 is the, kind of the point where we need more guns. Like, I think it's cool to have a double-barreled shotgun and all that. But really, I'm not gonna use it a lot because of the damage. And it's nice and all to see it, but I don't think it's that cool. It's just like shooting a zombie with the same gun over and over again and you get the same result. But if you can have like let's say a actual MG that the military use, like a full machine gun, not just like one of those other things, not a submachine gun, an actually machine gun, like a heavy weighted machine gun, then I'd like that. It's like cool, but it's not in. I don't really like that. And also, if you could add like a sniper rifle, I think that'd be a lot more cool. Rocket launcher as a hidden weapon, and you only got one rocket, and you couldn't see it in your inventory. It was only one, and you couldn't see it. I'd really like that, but if there's any other thing, it's not really fun. It's kind of boring with all the weapons. But you've added a bow, which I really like. But if you added like custom weapons and all that, like we could take weapon parts and build weapons ourselves, that'd make it a lot more fun. For 5, the throwables. I'm not really a big fan of the throwables because they don't do nearly as much damage as the weapons. Like, I know it's good and all that, but it's just not good. It's just not good. Like, the throwables is not the greatest in the world. I think it should be a lot better. And also, throwables weapons like the liquid, the flammable liquid, flammable liquid. If you threw it at a zombie and then you threw a Molotov at the zombie, it would one-shot a thug. I'm not sure if you fixed that, but flammable liquid and a Molotov were overpowered. But if you threw a Molotov at a zombie, it just nothing. It's just, I don't even know how bad that part is. Like, I like your games and all that, but no, it's just retarded how flammable liquid like kills it. You can make it an explosive or something, but if you meant it like explosive damage, like the grenade doesn't even do nearly as much damage. Again, which I don't really like. But other than that, I'm gonna end off the video here, and I will see you guys later.